Hello the internet, Andy here for What Culture Wrestling, and up until a few short weeks ago, life's three certainties looked, well, certain. Death, taxes, and Roman Reigns as the guy. Suddenly, out of nowhere, one of those three things has gone to whack. Now, if you've seen Infinity War, you know for a fact that it isn't death, and it doesn't look like Ron Swanson's libertarian fantasies are going to come true anytime soon, because taxes are still very much a thing. Everything looked set for Roman Reigns to beat Brock Lesnar and become WWE Universal Champion at WrestleMania 34. It was what the company had been building towards for 3 years, and it looked a done deal until he lost. Then, Reigns was offered a shot at redemption at the Greatest Royal Rumble, but he lost again. I mean, sure, there was a controversial finish with them both toppling through the cage at roughly the same time, but a loss is a loss, and history will show that he fell to Lesnar 2 times in a row. On top of all this, the follow-up on this week's Raw was an absolute disaster. Instead of taking matters into his own hands, hijacking the show and demanding another rematch, Reigns just kind of stood there and moaned. He verbally accepted his role as a loser. And, like, what the f***? Now, I know Reigns splits opinion, but personally, I kinda like the guy. He's a very fluid wrestler, and while he is a tad formulaic, he's had plenty of great matches over the past few years. The problem, however, has always been his presentation. But while WWE spent several years over-pushing him, it now seems like they've gone very much in the opposite direction, and it's way too much. It's almost as if WWE have stopped trying with Reigns, which seems unbelievable after putting so much time and effort into presenting him as the guy, but the evidence is there. For so long, the argument against Reigns' push was that he's being shoved down our throats, and for a while that was 100% true. But now, that case has lost all steam. The big man hasn't held a world title since June 2016. Now, to be fair, this isn't the most accurate barometer, as he has been hovering around the main event scene ever since then, so let's have a look at his big match record as well. Since January 2017, Reigns has won just 5 of his 13 pay-per-view bouts, with just 3 of those wins coming in singles matches. Now, granted, there are a couple of protected losses here and there, but is that really a Superman push? He isn't winning anywhere near as consistently as he used to, and to top it all off, Roman isn't even being given the chance to have his usual array of good to great singles matches on Raw anymore. He hasn't had a one-on clash on Monday night since February 12th, so that's just one more thing the company have taken away from him. So, WWE have neutered and emasculated his TV character, taken away his good to great matches on Raw, given the fans even more reasons to boo him, and destroyed his credibility. Dare I say it, but that almost sounds like a burial. Now, there's every chance that this is just a brief lull and WWE will eventually put Reigns over Lesnar anyway, but if you ask me, the guy's character is done. How can we possibly take him seriously after all this? It feels like recent events were done to deliberately cool the big dog off, and after several years of promoting him as some kind of next generation John Cena or Hulk Hogan, the only reason WWE would do that is if plans have changed. Braun Strowman may not be quite as on fire as he was last autumn, and he did spend WrestleMania 34 farting around with a 10-year-old, but he just won the Greatest Royal Rumble and he's back on track as Raw's hottest star. Strowman teamed up with Reigns and Bobby Lashley on Raw, and tellingly it was Braun, not Roman, who scored the pinfall on Kevin Owens. This is despite Braun not being booked for a match at Backlash at the time, but Roman was already set up to face Samoa Joe. Now, we already know that Lesnar's next title defense will take place at Money in the Bank on June 17th. Given that he'll have already passed CM Punk's record by then, the way public opinion has shifted on him lately, and the expensive new contract he just signed, it's very possible that WWE may finally look to move on from the Beast Incarnate as their top champion. If they do, I think most of us can probably agree that Braun is a better choice than Roman given his monstrous popularity, but are WWE in the same boat? Well, for the first time in over 3 years, it may just be that way. This doesn't mean that Roman's time in the sun is over and done with, because he'll almost certainly have another mega push somewhere down the line. But even if you look at his biggest win of the year, Elimination Chamber, he was completely overshadowed by Braun's monster performance and then the post-match beatdown. Looking at that, it's pretty clear which one of them is the guy. I guess we'll see what happens going forward, but at this specific moment, after all the damage WWE have done to him, Roman Reigns has never felt less like a franchise player. Anyway, folks, let us know what you think of this situation in the comments section below. Is this really a changing of the guard, or will Roman be back on top after Backlash? While you're down there, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and as always, I've been Andy, and I'll see you later.
Well done, you made it all the way to the end of the video. Now, I'm not just here to increase our market share with women aged 18 to 35, but to tell you to watch one of these other videos we've made that are probably quite good. So, go on, off you, that one or that one, they're both good. There you go.